yeah, worked out pretty good. Yo, what up, folks? So today what we're doing is I'm just gonna do the got myself a B.O.B Yak trailer used. It didn't come with the axle, so I ordered one. This is the official one. And I've just figured, in case you didn't understand, that you were probably gonna have to cut and modify your own. They stopped making these a while ago, so we're just enthusiasts out here. So probably irrelevant to most of you, but in case you really want one and you find one cheap or whatever, we'll just go through the instructions real quick, just in case you don't have them or you don't understand how this stuff works, and then I'll show you visually how to do that. Just a quick tip. Some of the things you're going to need. You're going to need your B.O.B Yak QR skewer, verniers, or a measuring apparatus, preferably in millimeters, and I believe this is let me check, it's an M5 by 8 millimeter nut. And that's basically all the things you need. Also, some way to cut, hacksaw. I'm happen to be fortunate and have access to this guy. And yeah, so what we're going to do here, we're just going to follow the instructions. You're going to remove your QR skewer from your bike. You're going to take the bobbins off of your B.O.B Yak, or the bobbin on that side. Take off the springs. Then you're going to slide this through your axle. You're going to put the cam in the closed position, so like this. You should know how that works. Then you're going to push on this side to make sure it's on the non-drive side, like flush. Then you're going to measure, whether measuring tape or verniers, and then you're going to see if you're within the tolerances. You got to order the right ones. They have 3 different models here. I got the B.O.B QR, the standard one, so the smallest one, because I don't have a tandem bike and I don't have a fancy whatever. So whatever. This is too long, so I have to cut it down. You are looking for between 10 millimeters and 19 millimeters, and I am at 25. I found that out by following this step here. I just put this on the end of the QR skewer and then slide this until it touches the dropout. And then this is if you're dialed in. We are not dialed in. So on to the second page. All right. This might sound redundant and weird, but I opened it up, tried it out, didn't work, and then I was bemiffed, so I'm doing it anyway. Figured I'd help you guys out. Sorry about my finger being in the lens. So we actually are at the I rounded up a little bit, but we are at the 25 millimeter example that they gave us. So do this for whatever measurement you get, unless it is between 10 and 19, then you are all set to go. So I am over. I'm at 25. So what they want us to do is they want us to take whatever number we find, which for me is 25, subtract it by the 19, because that's our goal, and we get 6. So I have to cut off 6 millimeters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread this nut onto the axle past 6 millimeters. I'm going to mark where 6 millimeters is. I'm going to throw it in the vise here. Oh, you also need a vise. And then I'm going to cut it down. Then I'm going to back this nut off. That'll chase the threads. Then we're going to throw it on the bike. So we're just going to follow along on my Lotus how to do this. So first step, remove the QR skewer. Second step, take the bobbin off of the B.O.B QR skewer and insert it through here. Then put in the closed position, so that will be like this. Now come over to the drive side. I'm gonna try to do this with one hand. It's gonna be tricky. You're gonna hold the bobbin so it doesn't push out, and then we're gonna take your verniers or your ruler, and you're gonna set it here and to the stay, the dropout, just like that. Then this length here will give you what it is here. So I'm just going to round up to 25 millimeters overall length. Now the instructions state that you want a preferred 19 millimeter. And they said to try to aim for the longest length possible. Somewhere in here you could probably pause and read. So it can be between 13 and 19, but they really want you to be at 19 if possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to round up from the 25, subtract it from 19, and that gives us 6 millimeters. I just happened to be exactly in the specs that the examples that they gave us. Then what we're going to do, we're going to go back to the QR skewer. I'm going to dig around on the ground and get that nut back and blow it out. Well, I'll go inside and we'll continue from here, but basically we're just going to put the nut on here, and then we're going to cut the threaded rod, and then we're going to back off that nut. It'll chase the threads, and then we should be good to go. So hold up and I'll meet you in the shop. Alrighty, we got the nut on the axle there for chasing. Got it in the vise. Don't clamp it too hard. Get your verniers or whatever and put it at the end, and then set it to 5 mil. I went a little bit more, just round up, and we're gonna mark that with a Sharpie, and then we're gonna give it a cut with the saw. So that's how you do that. I don't know how this is gonna work with the camera being right there, but put that on the edge of where you're cutting. It's like that, and then I'm gonna go right here and then send it. Okay, I'm gonna go over here to the bench grinder, and we're just gonna clean this up real quick. And I'm pretty happy with that. All right, and then we're just gonna back this off. That should clean that up, and then let's go outside and see how we did. Yeah, hopefully this has been helpful. And right at the end here, that's where it gets a little tricky. All right, not bad. So let's go try her out. Let's get a final measurement just to check our work. So we're gonna put our finger on there, and then I'm going to measure this. So bear with me for a second. I have to do this with my leg or something. Okay. Okay, and then same deal. I'm gonna throw this on the end, push that there. We are at 19.4. So we are on the high side. I'm probably going to have to trim this again, but let's just try it out. So awkward filming with one hand, dude. I don't know if it's in frame or not, but whatever. Yeah, it feels good. Alrighty, so there you have it. It's working good now. I might go back and trim, I don't know, like 0.5 mil off, just to make sure that it's clamping better. But last step, I guess, would just throw your OEM legit sunshine skewer or whatever you got back in the bag. And then I heard that if you're riding this extensively without the trailer, these bobbins can get annoying, this noise. I'll report back on that. But yeah, that was how to shorten the skewer there for your bike. There's some adjustment here for the trailer. I might have to cold set mine, it seemed like, the forks on it, but we'll do that in another video. And then we'll do a first ride with it, get some action cameras going and whatever. But hopefully that was helpful, and I'll catch you guys out there on the old bike trail. All right, peace.